Axalot, Hounds. The men gathered around Art. Tink made him a makeshift crutch. Colton and Reuben kept watch while Elijah treated and bandaged his wounds. "Keep your eyes peeled," Elijah warned them. "There will be more of them around. If you see one, aim for its head." "What are they?" the general asked. "The Axalot Hounds of Locril. Think of them as a cross between your wolves here and a well-trained pit bull, only much more violent. They kill any living thing to protect their territory. They are known to hunt and kill for the sheer pleasure of it. They often kill prey they don't even eat." One of the soldiers whistled in awe. Elijah paused to tighten the bandage around the wound before continuing. "These puppies are well trained, and they didn't come here by accident. The Locrilians left them here on purpose to keep us and anyone else out of the area." "I did receive word that several soldiers had disappeared over the past couple of days," the general said. "They didn't leave a trace. Their commanding officers assumed that the portal had sucked them in to the other side." "No, that would be impossible because the portal isn't functional yet. Your men couldn't have gotten through," Elijah said. "If we find the den of these Axalot hounds, you'll most likely find the dog tags of your men." Art struggled to stand by pulling himself up on the crutch. The general spoke with Reuben, the stockiest of the soldiers, with a large bulbous nose. Then he turned to Art and said, "We're going to head on around the slope under cover of the trees. We need to sweep the area to see if there are any Locrilians. We'll take Elijah with us over to the other side there. If the woods are clear, we'll move out across the field to get him out to the portal. That way, he can get a head start on shutting it down. Reuben and Colton will wait for you there." Art nodded. "I understand. I'll come down as quick as I can." He looked around wondering what he would do if another one of those Axalot things attacked him. "Tink here will go with you at your pace," the general said. "Follow our trail. If we've been on that path, it should be safe for you too. Just keep your eyes peeled. We'll mark any traps with a broken branch across the path in front of it." "Thank you, sir," Art replied. A wave of relief washed over him. He hated to slow the team down, but at least he wouldn't be alone if he had to defend himself. Elijah offered him the shotgun, but Art refused. "No, you keep it. You may need it yet, and your life is more important than mine right now. You need to get down there to close the portal." "But you are the Tur-Kutam," Elijah said. "We need to keep you safe too." "Don't worry about me," Art shrugged. "I'm the Tur-Kutam, right? If it's true that I can control the Locrilian creatures, I should be able to handle any more of these little boogers." The rest of the team sped on ahead as fast as they dared, while keeping their eye out for booby traps. Art watched them spread out and slip into the shadows of the underbrush. "Being the Tur-Kutam didn't do you much good before," Tink muttered as they started walking. Art bit his tongue not to say what he thought about the suicide mission they were on. All he said was, "I wasn't prepared for the attack, and I didn't know it was a Locrilian animal. I'm prepared and ready for them now." "Uh-huh," Tink replied. They continued walking in silence. Art tried to walk as fast as he could, but it was slow going. Pain shot down his leg with every step. He had to stop every 100 yards or so to catch his breath. Sometimes he would sit down for a minute to get the pressure off his leg. Tink was a good sport and kept careful watch while Art was resting. He was patient and didn't complain too much. Every once in a while he would comment on them needing to step on it. Tink seemed worried about it getting late and the team needing their help. So Art would get right up and press on. They came to a curve in the trail. Tink held up his hand to stop Art. "Look out," Tink warned him. "There's a branch across the path." Art paused to look, but he couldn't see anything in the dark shadows. He turned to the side to let him get by. Tink looked around and located the trap. "It's right there," Tink told him. "Come around, over here, and don't step on it." Art looked up and could see where the deadly stake waited for its next victim with evil intent. "Shouldn't we set it off?" Art asked. "No, not yet. It might trigger off a warning and let the Lokes know where we are. We'll come back through later once we've wrapped up the mission." They started to walk again, but Tink held up his hand to stop Art a second time. He held his fingers to his lips. Art paused, but couldn't hear anything. He realized he was holding his breath and relaxed. That sent pain shooting through his leg. Art twisted to the side to shift the weight off of it and back onto the crutch. He stayed quiet until Tink relaxed. "What was it?" Art whispered. "I thought I heard gunshots, but it was pretty far off. I doubt our team could have made it that far in this amount of time." "I don't hear anything," Art replied. "This whole forest is so quiet and eerie. I've never been anywhere this silent." "I know, something isn't right," Tink answered. "It gives me the heebie-jeebies. We need to catch up with the rest of the team so we can get out of this forest." Tink shifted the pack on his shoulders. "Come on, let's get a move on it," Tink said. He turned around and started walking. As soon as he did, a reddish-brown blur came streaking out from the underbrush between them. "Look out, Tink!" Art yelled. Tink twisted in time to throw up his arm as another Axalot hound leaped for his throat. A second one followed close behind. Art couldn't see Tink under the snarling red masses of the two hounds tearing him up. Tink cursed the foul creatures as he struggled to keep them off. Art watched horrified, not knowing what to do.